Hello, this is Greg Jackson for GrebJack.com. Welcome to part 2 of my Producing Amazing Grace series. In part 1, I put together the bagpipe intro, but as mentioned, I felt it was a little too fast and not quite smooth enough, so I redid it. Originally, the tempo was set to 80 beats per minute, and I lowered it to 70 beats. Let's listen to the result. This feels like the correct tempo, and I'm satisfied with the way the bagpipe sounds, so I can now move on. As mentioned at the end of part 1, we will be adding slow strings and mellow horns to the piece. These two parts are not the main melody, but rather will be background elements contributing to the chord for the first verse. Amazing Grace generally has 4 verses. Each verse in my digital orchestration will consist of different instruments being given focus. Some background elements may carry over into subsequent verses, but the goal is for the completed song to not sound the same for every verse. So let's listen to the slow strings part for verse 1. And now here is the mellow horns part. And finally, let's listen to both parts together. So it's starting to take on recognizable shape. Just a little side note, while all parts will ultimately be mixed down for the final cut, each one is produced as an individual audio file. This will allow me to tweak things such as volume, fading in and out, as well as smoothing out any wrinkles such as undesired noises or overlapping notes that, while technically are correct, may not resonate correct. I'm doing all of this manually in Audacity for now, as I cannot think of a better process for learning how to use it for audio mixing than to produce an actual song with it. I will be using professional software and a direct digital audio input for future compositions. Well, this concludes part 2 of Producing Amazing Grace. In part 3, I'll be adding the trumpet for the main melody and tubular bells as an accent to verse 1. For GrebJack.com, this is Greg Jackson, thanking you for listening.